Hello everyone. This video is gonna be really good. I really had fun with this one, and it was a lot less confrontational than the last one. Noe hops out about halfway through, and then Will and I finish it up, so it was really genuinely a pretty good time. So without further ado, let's hop into it. We were going to be doing it with just Will and I, but Noe decided to hop in and storm the party. So,
it's right there.
Yeah, and we've got audio here too. So, I want to get started. Last video we didn't really introduce very well. I tried to go over it in the second edit, but okay. So we've got Noe Gonzalez here. He's one of the things that I was wanting to get into with Noe that I haven't gotten to talk about yet. I just want to get out of the way, I guess, but it's really fun and interesting, is you work with BMWs.
Yeah.
Now, you're currently going through schooling.
Yeah.
How much longer do you have on that?
Well, there's a lot of courses that you have to take within it. It depends on how far you want to go. And especially since they're kind of moving to electronic. I'm not saying fully moving, but they're trying to add more electronic vehicles in their fleet of cars that they have, because it honestly balances out. Within a dealership, you have to. I'm kind of going off sidetrack, but you have to have a certain amount of EPA. It's the EPA laws are fucking insane. You have to have certain amount of clean cars to outbalance the performance cars that we have, or all the other shit that we have.
It's regulated through the
Yeah.
law. Okay.
But so since I want to kind of go dive deep into it, I want to do the I think it's 110 volt 110 volt class. You have to take a class for because that's what their batteries run at, or it's something like that. I haven't taken that yet. And then I get to go to Chicago, which I'm just waiting for all the COVID stuff, because there's still that COVID stuff going on.
Yeah.
To clear out, and then they're gonna send me to Chicago, and that's when the full engine rebuild class starts, and then the full rear end learning about diff ratios and all that other stuff within the BMW schooling that they provide. But yeah, at the end of it, I'll be a master tech.
Master tech. That's what I was gonna
or
ask.
a level 1 tech. That's what you typically call it.
It'd be a level 1 tech.
There's 4 levels to being a tech at BMW, or at Baron BMW. Because every BMW could be different. Because no one there's no one that really owns BMW itself. It's their own dealerships have their own type of thing. I don't know how to explain it. But
Yeah.
There's 4 levels to being a tech. I got hired on as a 3. I'm a 2 now, and then going to school will give me to a 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's also with Mini Cooper too, because I'm also doing that, which that takes a little bit longer too. So I'll be certified Mini Tech too.
So were you saying that you were going to be the youngest certified or youngest master tech, or is that for both BMW and Mini, or just in either one in general?
I think that has both of them. I was talking to my manager, yeah. But funny thing is, we're shifting all management. All my manager quit the other day, so yeah, that's also why I haven't figured out why I'm going to Chicago.
Okay, so the manager quit, and then so you still have to
the head guy quit
really?
The one who told you that you're going to go to school in Chicago.
Yeah, well, that's the main guy that tells everybody what's the move and the position and shit. He's the one who kind of operates everything. His name's Greg, but he was originally at BMW in Texas. Then he wanted to move up here. They promised him a whole bunch of things, I guess. So then I don't want to get into it, but it just didn't follow through.
Right.
And so he decided to quit, and he's going back down to Texas. But he never he's been living in a hotel for 6-7 months now, and his family still lives in Texas without
really?
him and shit. Yeah.
Okay, so that makes sense. He had his own reasons to quit then. Okay.
But, yeah.
So what do you think's gonna happen with this?
I don't know. I just hope that we're gonna get a better manager, or not better, but just a good manager that can run that shit.
So who's your manager now?
No one
Really?
as right now.
It's kind of dead in there.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, pretty cool.
But yeah.
So youngest ever, like, is that BMW history?
I'm not for sure on that.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't
for
want to
sure
get
Uh,
those search
to be-
critics.
Yeah.
Master Tech in both BMW and Mini.
Because like different like dealerships have different, or like
So how
BMW
old are you?
dealership has like 20.
20. Yeah, okay, 20. Go ahead.
Different BMW dealerships have like different add-on dealerships that they go with, not just Mini Cooper. Because there's a BMW of North KC.
Mhm.
Seth works there.
Yep.
You
Y'all
know,
have a
he-
rivalry.
He always posts dumb shit. But there's all like Buick and shit around him. Like he doesn't just do BMW, but I do BMW and Mini Cooper.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Yeah, you've been doing a lot of work with Beam Boys and
Yeah.
spending a lot of time in that. It's a really big passion for you. So
Yeah,
It's been
I
coming
can't
along.
wait till my parts come in on my BMW, so I can get that shit going.
mhm.
And we can get out on track and do all that shit.
Yeah. Well, at the end of this video, we can plug anything you guys want to plug. So stay tuned for that, everybody. And Will, Noah's brother. I'd say more vocal than Noah, but
More vocal?
yeah, definitely more vocal.
Definitely.
Noah might be more thoughtful, but Will definitely has a charisma that I think Noah doesn't necessarily like as much. Like he's a little envious of the air that Will.
Oh,
That Will
Willie
can
doesn't
bring.
like the charisma.
What?
Oh.
This is news to me.
News to you? Okay.
What's
You-
going on? Oh,
I think okay, maybe it's just my opinion. I think that Will has more swagger than you.
More swag.
Bro, I taught him the drip.
Oh, you taught him?
Taught him.
Okay, maybe I'm misinformed.
Taught me the drip. Yeah.
Bro, I gave you the drip. I handed you the drip.
Yes, sir.
Pass it down.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, Will.
I
don't
mean, there
know.
was some drip that you learned yourself, like that hat. Oh my god, I remember.
What
You had
Hat?
that one blue hat as a kid.
Doesn't bring back any memories.
The
No.
blue snapback that you would always post up with. Oh my god, as a kid when you were chubby.
I used to have hella hats. I used to have
You're a hat guy?
fucked up hair. Yeah.
Oh, it's because of your hair.
I
That's
was
why you
so-
wear
yeah.
hats?
Oh yeah. I
I
was
wonder
like-
how many people wear hats because of their hair.
Well, like people don't know how to style their hair when you're a kid. You're like, what do I style? Do I do this way? Do I do this way? Which
Yeah.
haircut do I get?
There's a lot of pressure. It's like, you know,
Right.
looking around,
You know
like,
what I
what's
mean?
the
So-
best haircut to get?
One time
and,
my
like,
barber
new
fucked me
styles.
up and they made me bald. So it's kind of like that's when I really started wearing hats. I was playing football, and I went to I was about to have my football pictures. Literally like 10 minutes about to have my football pictures. Go to this Great Clips or Sports Clips. It's Great Clips, and make me bald. They shaved my head off. They didn't mean to, but they did it.
Wait, they didn't mean to.
No,
make-
they definitely meant.
So did they fuck it up and then
Oh,
you
that-
had to
that
get it
bitch
fixed to
fucked it
just
up.
you were just like, okay, take it
I
off.
don't know. That bitch, she, you know how, when you get your hair cut, sometimes, okay, so, like, you'll be faced away from the mirror. And then, like, sometimes they'll show you to the mirror so you can see what your haircut's looking like, right?
Yeah, you're scared. You like try to look at the other
Right.
mirrors, like, is it going okay?
She never did that. I just faced the other way, never looked at the mirror. And then when I looked at the mirror, it was go time. I was bald. And then that's how I signed up for football pictures.
Oh, my mom was so mad. She was getting out there screaming. Oh my
But
God.
yeah,
So-
I wore a lot of hats. I like wearing hats now. I love my hair now. I love my hair now.
I did not look at. I've never worn hats. I don't fuck with hats.
I have. I mean, I like certain hats, but other ones are just, I don't know. Like, I got this one Kickstarter hat that had, like, this flexible brim. I don't remember exactly what it was called. I've still got it. And it would, like, stay on your head even if there was, like, 120-mile winds and, like, you know. It was just, like, some adventurer's hat. It was, like, crazy. It had this little piece in the back that could come down and, like, cover your neck from the heat or whatever. You could, like, form it into a pirate's hat if you wanted to. But, so your football pictures, you had a bald head?
Yeah, showed up Bald head. I got made fun of like a motherfucker. Cause you showed up.
It wasn't like a bald. It was like a one.
I,
It was
yeah,
like a
yeah.
one.
it was a bald.
He wasn't
it was,
Caillou. Like,
it was a
type
skin
shit.
fade. It was a skin.
It was like a one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a
Just
military
little
cut.
pokes up. In
No.
there.
Yeah, it was like a one.
Yeah, I was fat with the bald cut. I was looking like
Oompa Loompa type shit.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's okay. We were both going through it. I was fat too. That's alright.
Yeah, I feel like everybody as a kid, like you have your fat
I don't know.
stages.
Some people
yeah.
don't.
I
But
haven't-
it just depends.
Yeah,
Like- When I was younger, I was, when I was maybe 2 or 3, like, sure, I had some fat on me. I wasn't, like, fat, though. I was a normal, plumpy-ish. But I haven't really been overweight. Like, I don't think I've been over 148.
Really?
It's not like I've been overweight, but I just had like a lot of extra chunk on me.
Yeah, if anything, I've been, like, underweight most of my life. Like, I haven't worked out near as much as I should. Even though I was an athlete, like, I definitely should have been working out more. Should way more. I should, like, if I was, like, 175, I'd look so freaking good.
Then why don't you get the 175?
I just haven't done it, I guess.
Then do it.
Yeah?
Start going to the gym with me.
To the gym? Where you go?
Planet Fitness.
I had a membership there. I canceled it.
I go there, but I fucking hate it. I'm switching to Genesis.
No, you got it.
I don't think it's about the gym. It's just about like the dedication.
Your motiv-
probably.
No,
Yeah,
but
your
it's just like
motivation.
what I've been comfortable to. Like Planet Fitness doesn't have like the shit that I'm used to, and like you can't like deadlift. I can't like power clean. Like I can't like squat how I like on a rack
Yeah.
and like shit like that. Like what I'm used to because I
That's
like
true.
did wrestling for like so long, and it's like how I worked out in that like type of environment. So like that's how I'm comfortable working out. I'm like working out on machines. It just doesn't feel right. Like I'm just over there like looking at like what the fuck does this machine do?
Right.
I just
right.
like the typical just like fucking just bench press, squat, deadlift, all that shit. Got the barbells. I can do like whatever I want to do, like overhead press. Like
I like the free weights. For the most part, I don't like. I haven't ever liked doing squats with free weights.
Love squats.
I love
Like
squats
I like.
on the rack.
I can do that reverse bench squat thing. Like where you push it up, and like I got some
That's some
fun
BS.
like
Yeah,
memories
that's
of that. But
I mean, it's
like,
good, but like I think traditional like actual like free weight squat like with a barbell.
it just
Not
feels better.
barbell,
Like
but-
I can never get the bar to like sit right.
It's gonna be
It's not
uncomfortable,
supposed
but you
to
have
sit
to
right.
you have to like once you continuously do it. Honestly, you will get like a hitch in your neck. That
Yeah,
honestly
like, fuck
happen-
that.
I have a hitch in my neck that where it sits, and
Nah.
like you won't really feel it. It won't.
Well, see, like if I'm gonna be squatting 300 pounds, I don't want all that weight like just across a bar. Like
it's-
I'd rather it be distributed across like my
That's
shoulders.
what it is. It's distributed all
I need to
across
build up
right
my
here.
shoulder muscles.
Yeah,
and
your
just squat with
traps all
like
right there.
50
You
pounds to
also have
start.
right here balancing. So like, it's not like all like typically just on your spine. It's balanced all throughout your shoulders and your trap and shit like that.
Mhm.
Once you develop those muscles, like it won't like be straight on bone.
Yeah. This thing is gonna cause me so many gigabytes in rendering on the video. Oh my gosh. Sorry, that was just so fucking random. But yeah, Will, what are you up to in the what's on your mind often?
Oh, bully breeding.
I don't know. You're looking white right
breeding?
now. You're looking hella pale.
I need more water, but I'm out of water.
You want some of mine? You care about cooties?
Yeah.
And we can fill up upstairs too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a break and get. I'm not white. What do you mean I'm looking
I
white?
just asked you a question, bro. It's fine.
What's been on my mind?
You said breeding.
Bully breeding.
Bully
Mm-hmm. How am I gonna? Cause I get my female dog in about a month.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And you paid quite a bit for them, right?
Mm-hmm. For her, I'll pay about like $900.
Mm-hmm.
So not really what I'll be selling my dogs for.
How much was Keen?
He was $400.
Oh, really?
That's
Yeah.
not that much.
He was,
Yeah.
Yeah, I told
I
you.
thought it was.
Yeah, he was dirt cheap.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you're thinking about when you're gonna get her and like, you think about like training or like what you're gonna do with them. Like what about like what do you spend your time thinking
Well-
about in that sense?
The bully breed, it's so, well, like the Pitbull breed. Let me say the Pitbull breed. The Pitbull breed, it's so, it's spontaneous. It's not like training like a just a regular dog that just sits in the house all day. Like it has its wants and it has its needs. Like it needs to go run outside. It needs to train. It needs its mind to work. Not to say that it's gonna like be aggressive if it doesn't, but like if like you don't train a pit bull properly, like it can end up in like bad hands where they'll be put down or they'll be put in a pound or.
It takes some serious training, like
Right.
time to really do that.
It's literally like a full-time job type thing on the side, and yeah, it takes a lot of like researching and like it's literally like when I go to the store and when I get his food and stuff and when I change his food up and stuff, like I have to like do research on his foods because some foods kill dogs,
like the diets,
and it
yeah,
doesn't
some
make
of them are
sense.
good.
It doesn't make sense. Like, why would they put something on the shelf that kills dogs? And it's so crazy. Like
They do that with human
yeah,
food
I was gonna
too.
say like most of our food like that's the same way. Pesticides, been like has like a whole bunch of hormones, all like beefs like that. Like,
but it doesn't like it'll straight up like kill the dog if you give it to them. Like straight up just kill it to them and like in that it's like they'll eat it 30 minutes after they digest it, like it'll kill them. Like pedigree type shit. I've heard
If they switch their food real fast and like.
Well, no, just like certain. So like, think of it like if someone cooked your food with like a whole bunch of powders and like artificial shit, like it's gonna be less. It's gonna be really bad, and then compared to someone cooking your food with like just real chicken, real beef, real eggs, real all that. You know what I mean?
So it kills them in a day, like.
Well, like there's just
Or
like,
it just kills them fast.
there's TikTok
It's not good
videos.
for 'em.
There's people like talking online where there's like I gave my dog pedigree or I gave my dog this, I gave my dog this, and they're acting sick. I take them to the vet. I have to pay this large vet fee because it had a whole bunch of food coloring or food dye in it. It's just like right. So you have to do some research on like what food is all natural.
All natural,
All
healthy,
natural.
and that's good.
And like the thing that I've learned the best is like the top 3 things that are listed in the ingredients. The number 3 things that you read are the main things that are in that food. Yeah. So if it's like chicken, the main thing that's based in that food that you give them is chicken.
Right.
But yeah, just thinking, because I'm so young. I'm like, I'm growing myself, but then I'm trying to grow 2 little kids, basically 2 little children that act responsible, respectful, in a manner so when you take them out, they're not going and jumping on people, they're not going biting people, they're not trying to mark their territory or be fucking dominant to other males because like it'll get to the point where like they'll kill another male, like especially with like I was talking to my breeder the other day, like I talk to him all the time, like shout out my boy Ronald, he's like the 60-year-old black dude, like he's dope, real dope. But he's been doing this for a while now, and he said like he's been wanting to do it like exactly what I've been like doing it since a child is what he wanted, but he did it at like I think you said he started at 55 years old. He's like 63 now.
Yeah.
But he said it'll get to so I'm getting a female, right? And so there'll be a couple. So it'll get to the point. So say I take both of them on the walk, it'll get to the point like if he feels like another dog is like being competitive, like he could possibly like kill that dog type shit. So you have to train them in a type of way.
Yeah.
Where they don't look at it like that. They don't want to have that type of aggression in them because it's just a dog's instincts. Like, not to say like they're killers or whatever it is, but it's just like they have it in them where it could possibly lead to that if you do not train it properly.
Right.
So yeah, just putting a lot of thought into that. That's where my main focus has been, and yeah, just growing, growing, because I don't have any drama in my life. I don't have no drama in my life. So.
Are you 18 yet?
I'm 17.
You're still 7. That's what I was thinking.
I turn 18 in 2 months. Then that's when the growth is really gonna happen. Like I'm telling you, growth is bound to come when I'm 18. There's so many things that that are locked right now that I can open when I turn 18.
Yeah, I really felt that same way, and I believe that you can execute it. You just follow through with it, because I didn't really follow through with a lot of things that I wanted to do when I was thinking about when I was gonna be 18.
Yeah.
And a lot of other stuff can still pop up and like hinder those goals and that sort of thing too. I'm not saying it will, but yeah, I mean it's good. Like I like that viewpoint because obviously I had that viewpoint getting into being 18, but
I feel like
you're still really young, so and you've got a lot of good thinking done already. So
I feel like I kind of like have to, like, what's it called? What we were talking about, like, so like I have to execute it. You know what I mean? Because like I'm already in a place where I am like providing for myself. So
yeah, you're in an apartment
right, I'm
with your
choosing.
girlfriend who's also 17. She's 17 too,
She's
right?
17. She's
Yep.
4 months behind me. So I'm in a place where I could either like get comfortable and just pay month's rent and then save $200 after paying rent, or I could really execute and make like the bag. But like not really. I don't really like want to make a bag. I just want to learn more. I want to learn a lot more before I start making millions of dollars and shit like that.
That's where I've been at. I realized, like, you get to a point where you realize how much you don't know, and so then you just like want to learn a lot more. I mean, Noah probably hit that really early with BMWs. He saw them working on the cars and he's like, what the fuck? I don't know. How did you feel?
I think it just depends on what you want to do. I think if
Go
like
fill up.
at any age you can figure out like what motivates you, and whenever you do figure out what motivates you, just go for it. And like I feel like people are just too timid to really like chase their dreams like full ended, and that's something that I strive not to do. And that's what like whatever it may be, whether it be cars or like really anything.
Women?
Like learning. No. No. That's not one. Whether it be just like cars or just learning or in school and like bioengineering or like video editing or just like photography or just like whether like anything like Bean Boys. I just try to go like full ended, and that's what I did within cars. That's one thing that like drove me really hard and like helped me out through like a lot of like my hard times. And I think everybody like needs that one thing, one to do. Like no matter what people say, I think they should go for it and like go for it like full headedly. And once you do go for it, once you do go for it like full headedly, that's when like everything else will come. People are too worried about like money and chasing like temporal things. I think money's good. Money comes and goes though. And that's not what I strive for. I strive to learn. I strive to be in a better place every single day, whether it be like my mindset or physical being or just any state of like myself. And I know like whatever position I am in, I'm going to be perfectly fine. Because I have the state of mind that I can get myself out of like any situation I am in.
It's a really good place to be in.
Yeah.
Being able to like be sound with yourself in your mind. A lot of people, I don't think really. I hate saying a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean it's hard. It's saying a lot of people kind of gives like a
negative
like,
connotation.
Yeah. I mean yeah, but it also gives like I don't know how to word things right now. But yeah. What was I gonna say? What were we talking about again?
Well, I mean, you went on a pretty long string, but like I agree with all of that. How, not a pretty long string. I mean, it was good, but it was motivational. You know, I think that's a good mindset to be in, with the sound mind and stuff. But I was kind of getting.
Well, I mean, a lot of people, or to be in that mindset, you have to go through hell. I'm not saying I've gone through.
I agree.
But you have to really like, truthfully.
Let yourself experience it.
Yeah, let yourself experience bad because people are too afraid to go at the very bottom, like rock bottom.
Yeah.
But you have to realize once you got rock bottom, you're gonna bounce back 10 times higher. And
you don't even have to bounce. You can sit there for a while, observe it.
I mean, like
just get used to it.
But like, just saying, once you hit rock bottom, whenever your time is to go up, you're gonna go up 10 times higher.
Right.
And I mean, like. You may not be at that high point for forever. You may go back lower than you thought rock bottom was. I mean, your rock bottom could have been here, and you went even lower than that.
That's what
But you have to realize there always is going to be even higher peaks. It's just the way of life. It's up and down. But when you take out the emotion of this is bad or this is good, it's more or less just like life. It's a game. It is what you want it to be.
Yeah, bad and good. It's like yin and yang, and 51.0
Bad and good
to
it's just
49.
it gives meaning to people, and people give meaning to everything because they're scared of what they don't know. But it is what it is. It is life that we live.
So, I mean, okay, I want to ask you about this real quick too.
Yeah.
You got into BMWs when you were younger. Was it just directly through your uncle? Like, is that?
It's not strictly BMWs, but it was also Mini Cooper.
And
It was
Mini
just
Cooper,
a
that's what I
brand in
meant.
general.
Mini Cooper.
But yeah, Uncle Craig really encouraged me because like there was a lot of times that he would take me onto the track, or I would just be like around like going to the shop at like Mini Cooper and shit like that. That just really like kind of put me in the mindset of like this like kind of like what I want to do, and that's all I really knew at the time. And then I got like my first car, and then I was like, yeah, I got a Mini Cooper. Like this is like something that I really love doing. And then I started working on it, and then I got to just different cars, and it allowed me to learn on different platforms and expand my like knowledge base within like different cars, and then it kind of just wrapped around into like me getting the E36. That just really like reinforced in my mind BMW is a brand that I kind of want to stick with. BMW and Mini Cooper, but yeah.
Yeah, I've really gained a lot of that passion for BMW that you have. Like, I haven't shown it in my car yet.
Yeah.
But like just BMW as it is, I've listened and heard you talk about it, and I really enjoy it. And like I love it.
Yeah. I think
especially
everybody has their
cars.
own brand, and every car's different and unique. I just like the BMW platform, just like the way they sound, like the history behind it, just the motors, like everything about it. But
yeah, I was gonna say something, but then I kind of forgot what it was after like we had that last little jiggle there. We were talking about. Yeah. Okay. So BMWs and stuff. You were also interested in like biomechanics at one point.
Bioengineering.
Bioengineering. And was it your team? No, it was just you. You won the award, right?
Well, it was a team of
It
three.
was a team.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me, yeah, that was a team of three. It was bioengineering in high school. We had a whole class, but they split us up in teams of three. It was 3 or 4, but I can't really. I think it was 4 or 3, one of the two. But yeah, then we did the prosthetic arm at first. I made this like little like box thing, and it had like pinchers on it, and I took apart like an RC car controller, and used a Bluetooth like receiver and hooked it up to Arduino, so it used like input for the controller to open and close the pinchers. To basically, the objective was to hold a lightsaber, and it closed the metal pinchers to hold the lightsaber, and that's how we won the first one. Because all the other ones were basically just like paper things that they would like pull rubber bands or like do something like that. You couldn't grasp the lightsaber with your physical hand or anything like
Interesting.
doing it. You'd have to like have it like motion wise. Like,
yeah.
It would be like an arm, and then we did a leg, and then that was fun.
That's pretty ingenuitive.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was fun.
I'm kind of thinking about FTP, but
Let's cut it.
you could cut it.
Cut it.
All right, we'll be right back. I guess Noah's heading out pretty soon. He had kind of said that at the beginning, so that's fine. But thank you for being with us.
Sorry.
We're going to transfer over to Will and I talking, but first I have to take a piss. So thank you for Noah. Where can we find you?
Instagram is noe.gonzalez15, and then that's all you really need to know.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, fair enough for now.
I
We'll
have
probably
all
be
the
seeing.
plugs, the Bean Boys and all that shit on my Instagram. So.
Fair enough. All right. And we'll be right back with Will. No, I'm just saying, like, back in high school, I didn't really have the best high school experience.
Oh, type shit.
Yeah. So, like, to be able to, like, get a group and, like, be accepted in it, even though y'all were, like, a little bit younger, like, my brother's friends, basically, you know?
Right.
Like, it was really nice.
She was tight.
Yeah, I mean, it was really nice to be able to, like, have people I could still hang out with.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't really have any friends from high school, and, like, not because I did anything bad, it was just because I spent so much time in my relationship that, like, once it was over, I had nothing else to, you know?
Fall back on.
Yeah, so It was a really nice cap on my teenage years.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a summer of like that was that summer. Like if we ever had a reunion when we're older, like we would talk
That
about
would be the group.
we would talk about that summer type shit.
Yeah.
That shit was tight.
Mm-hmm.
But
Like, you can't remake those memories, man.
so what growth have you done since? Because we haven't talked much. So what growth have you done?
I mean, we've talked a little bit since then. I mean, we did have
It's
a little
been
sprint there.
It's been a while. It's really been a while.
Yeah, it's 2022.
It's 2022. The last time.
It's been like a year and a half since that summer.
What was the fallout? The fallout was Chris moved away, and then Ryan got pregnant.
We had that party. Jake and Cook went to Colorado, so we kind of stopped hanging out with Cartard as much. But like I mean, I still try to get around to them.
Yeah.
So yeah, since all that stuff, man. I mean, fuck, I might have to think about it for a bit, cause like,
When are your 20 years coming? When are, you know, people always have their 20s. Like you had your teen years, but now it's your 20s years.
right.
You know that means like you go.
What are the
you go to
20s?
You go to bars. You get like this is just standards. I'm not saying this is my standards. This is just
Yeah.
American standards. You go to bars. You get drunk. You
American
meet
stereotype.
women. You have sex with women. Whatever. You go to bars again. Go to work. You just fuck off when you're in your 20s. Fuck off in your 20s.
Yeah, I mean, I get that.
Yeah.
Like, when I was 17, I was thinking about what I'd be doing in my 20s. That's not what I was thinking about, but like, I didn't think that I'd want to be, you know, in college, like going to all these parties and drinking and stuff. I was more interested at that time in like business, a lot of things that you're interested in now. Like, I was completely sober at your age, right?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't start smoking until after I was essentially out of the South. Once I was out of there and was doing the homeschool thing, and I was working basically full time, that's when I started. But besides the point, I just fuck, man, that was too far of a point to go on to get back to where I was. What was I talking about?
I don't even know. Your teenage years.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'll slow down a bit.
Fucking off in your 20s. When you were 17, you were thinking business like.
Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, I was thinking business like back then, and I didn't really want to, like, you know, fuck anybody, or, you know, I just wanted to focus on other things, and I thought that, like, I could learn more by myself if I chose to, like, pick the times when I thought about something creative and, like, investigate that, then I would rather do that as a form of learning than, like, going to school and learning all of the things that everybody else learns, because when I can kind of, like, dig into something my own way, I think it has so much more value. So that's what I was thinking when I was 17 about this whole thing. And so that was kind of carried over, but once I started smoking, the whole veil got, like, very difficult to see, because I was seeing it from sober, and then I went to smoking weed, and I questioned all of that. I thought about all of it, I questioned everything, and it just completely skewed my trajectory for that point in life. You know, like, we're going on this path, and you get off the path, and it just, like, pushed me. It's not like I can't see it. I know I'm not there yet. But I don't want to say that's the entire time I've been spending is, like, getting closer and closer to that.
Wait, I was behind the way. How did he leave?
What do you mean?
I parked behind the way. And it's Mini Cooper.
He's got the Mini's small, so he can probably, like, scooch in and around.
That motherfucker did not try to scooch in. Did he? Do you think he did that?
He probably did.
That's crazy. That's funny.
Yeah, I did it. I do it all the time. Whenever, if I'm ever parked there, somebody parks. Like, I'll go through the grass even. I don't care.
Really?
Yeah. I'll make like a 30-point turn if I have to get out of that shit. But yeah, like I haven't been doing that this whole time. So I guess like in the past year and a half, what have I been doing?
So
When COVID hit, I was at Waterway Car Wash.
when COVID hit, you went to Waterway?
I had been working there. Like I probably have at least 9 months of work time there. Um,
This was
I
after
worked there
2020 summer. When was this?
before COVID.
2000
So
when?
2019.
2019.
Yeah. 2019 is like the majority of the time I spent at Waterway because when COVID hit, when it hit, like COVID, whatever. Anyway, I don't want to get off topic. When COVID hit, they put us. I got like a text message from my manager, and he was like, unfortunately, like we had to close because COVID policies or whatever, and it's like they couldn't be open, and they had to let us leave for a while, and he suggested that we sign up for unemployment, and there was a link to like figure out unemployment. And this was basically a directive to him from the government to say like this is basically what you're gonna have to tell your employees. So he sent it to us. So I click on the link for unemployment, not really thinking about it. Like I knew I was like I don't want to feed into this system that doesn't work when it comes to these different forms of social extras that we have been trying to add onto the U.S. system. Like I just it wasn't for me.
So you're gonna get the bonuses or
Do
the
it?
stimulus checks?
No, sorry, no. It wasn't for me, but I tried it. I tried it.
You tried to, but why didn't you wait? What did you have to do? Did you just have to get free money?
Yeah, well, okay, so I mean, this isn't really the point, but like, I signed up for it knowing, but I just like didn't know when I'd be back at work, and like at the time I was kind of lazy. Like I was still smoking and like all the rest, but that doesn't really matter. It's just that like I was lazy and stuff, and I was focused on other thoughts and ideas. So I was cool with it, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll just go on unemployment. And at that time, right, I was getting $600 a week from that. I think I only did it. I'd have to go back and look exactly, but I'm pretty sure I only did it for like 6 weeks, maybe 2 months.
Why did you stop?
I stopped it because I just felt like it was wrong. I was like, I don't think I've paid enough taxes at this point to even like make this viable, like, and so like morally, that's just why I stopped. But over that course of time, I ended up taking, I think like 3,000 to 4,000 of that and investing it into stocks. Stock market had tanked, and I was into stocks for a while before that, and I was also saving up money from Waterway. So like all my tips, I had this $1,000 in $1 bills. It was like this giant fat stack. I was saving up to invest it. I was saving up to $1,000 in $1 bills. And so what I did once I had the 1,000, I invested it. This was a few months before COVID.
What, you're 19 years old?
Yeah, I would have been 19.
Yeah.
No, the end of 2019, born in August. So I did that. I invested the 1,000, and like I had some other things that I invested in. So I think in all, once, yeah, I haven't really thought about this like too deeply, but like I got into the stocks and stuff. Once the stock market downed, it took I had some money in there, but once it downed, I decided to change what I had because I had lost like 20% of what I had invested.
Dang.
But I sold it as it was like kind of going down, and I reinvested it into things that had gone down further than the stuff I had it invested in. So the things I ended up finding were real estate investment trusts. Now those things are kind of risky and whatnot, but I made a good amount of money on it because they tanked so fucking hard. I'm talking like 70 to 90% like hard. Like they were even I invested in the cruise lines too. Like Carnival and I can't remember the names. Yeah, there's like about 3 of the bigger ones that I was invested in. Those ones tanked like 75, 60, 75%. So I was in like a lot of just basic stocks like blue collar, not blue collar, but blue chip or whatever it's called. Um, just the basic one, Amazon, Spotify, the basic stuff. That stuff didn't go down as much. So I still had a good amount of like money sitting there. I think it was a few grand, and then once I got on unemployment, then I was funneling more in there. I totally invested like 7,500 total through this like few month process at the beginning of COVID. And through that downfall, the REIT shot down. I was able to buy it right at the very bottom, and then they went back up, and like I was day trading them, even though I didn't have 25,000 in the account, which is how much you need to day trade technically. You can still day trade like 3 days a week or like 3 trades per stock, something like that. I haven't been into it for a couple of years now, but thinking about getting back into it.
You should. Because it seemed like you made quite a bit of money. I don't know if it
Yeah,
was off the
so-
thing that your dad was doing now or if it was that, but
No, the thing that my dad's doing now, he's doing estate sales and stuff. I was doing that like right when Kirsten broke up with me, just to kind of like get that
2018.
stuff off my. No, that was 17.
so do you base your do you base like after do you base like your life based on like when she broke up with you, like type shit, like that era?
I don't know. Like I guess I think I'm trying to give perspective on it, but I'm not necessarily trying to base it on like a time. Like
Right.
I'm just trying to give like a reference point, I guess.
Mm.
Like I don't really care about all that. Like I don't mean to bring up her name.
Do you forgive it?
Yeah, like, I don't really, I don't really, like, have any internal, like, turnings about it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm kind of past the whole, I mean, I've been past, like, I don't think about it. I haven't thought about it for years now.
Well, it's been some years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They say that, relationships take half the time of the length that they were to get over them. Or, no, it's double, I think, is that the saying. It's double the time it takes to get over them. But,
Dang.
double or half, one of the two. I don't really care. Like, people get over things at their own rate.
Right.
But,
Takes time.
yeah, but anyway, like, so I guess we're still trying to get where I've been, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's taken a while. I guess it's a lot though. Like I still have to explain it because we really haven't talked for.
Wow.
There's been like long spurts where we just haven't talked.
It's just the group's been divided. Like it divided slowly with more people falling out, so it led for more falling out. And then with the whole thing with the jail system, with me and Jack and Miles and all that, then it was just like a real big fallout between us all,
Yeah, and then like the places that we hung out and stuff too, and part of it was that like that summer was really fun and stuff, but half y'all went back to school after that, and
Yeah.
it got cold, and we couldn't go to the lake, and like people were busy. That's like how it can happen when people are younger. Like those kid years, those like younger years where you've got that time is like so many people look back at that and they're like, dang, that was really nice.
Right.
Like I love that. I think that people should have more free time, and I'm not one of those people that says there should be like more government in order to create this. Like I think there's practical ways that we can make the world better. Make
Well, what? What do
processes
you mean?
better. Practical ways.
So everyone could have free time?
Well, it's not just about free time. Like, because
Everyone gets a break from. I feel like
well,
everyone.
if people get too much free time, they're gonna start like questioning and like trying to like
Getting comfortable.
what?
Getting comfortable where they're
Yeah,
at.
like it's just there's so many different facets to it, but like I'm just talking about basic fucking technology, like we don't I did the episode of Joe Rogan, the deleted series that I'm doing on the channel. and they're talking about how like people don't really take into perspective how much easier life is today than what it used to be, and it's difficult because they're saying, it's like you can only like judge or like perceive things based on everything that you've been, everything that you've received.
Right.
So, one second. So it's just like back to technology. I think that a lot of that's because of technology. Like it's basically all it is because of technology.
What?
The way that how much easier life is today than what it would have been 100 years ago, 200 years ago, 300, pick your number. Unless you go really far back in ancient history. Could have been better back then. We don't really know yet. I don't know.
What is it really making life better, or is it just making it simpler for people so they feel like it's better, but in all reality, it's not making anything better?
Yeah, I mean, better is a kind of a relative term. I
Is this
mean,
really-
like, it makes it, like, less. You don't have to survive as much, I guess. So it allows people to spend more time doing things that they wouldn't have ordinarily been able to do in their situation. I'm talking about things like dishes and like technology we've had for a long time that hasn't changed. Like we just need change in technology and the world will just somehow get better. If people improve technology in a way that benefits the user, whether it be saves time, saves money, whatever it is, it's a good process to start to be doing. And I don't really, one of my opinions I've had for a while is that I just don't feel like there's enough innovation in the US right now, and I feel like it's kind of been stifled, and I think that there's a lot of aspects to this, and one of them is like the way that the middle class has been, middle and lower classes haven't grown at the rates that the upper class has.
Right.
The upper and the ruling, like those sorts of things, and it's been manipulated. And if you look back at all the dots in the history, the way that money has been transformed and the gold standard, all that stuff, that's just one of those things that, like, it's just how do you like comprehend all these different things at once in order to make a logical decision on what kind of business to start in order to improve the state of the well-being of people and not the free time they have, but like the freedom.
Freedom, right. Freedom.
That's what I'm focused on. That's what I've been on the past year and a half.
Oh, change or what? Freedom. Change. Everyone's
Improvement. Progress.
I feel like everyone bases progress off of money. If you don't have bank statements to show progress, then you didn't make any.
I don't know about that. Like we were talking about earlier, like people rearrange their rooms. That's not based on money, but they perceive it as some sort of progress. I perceive it as progress in the sense that like it's more optimized the way that I see it now. But you always change those things so many times. That's not necessarily money, but a lot of the things in terms of progress in technology, yeah, it's based on money. It sucks.
What if we were able to unlock 100% of our brain? That shit would be crazy.
I've been thinking lately and watching stuff, doing some research, whatever. But it's like It's totally possible. You know, and it's possible that humans before us had more unlocked. Like,
Yeah,
it's
why would
possible
we
that
have
we've
brains that we can't even use? Like, we have to be
evolved.
able to use them in some sort of way.
Like, I'm pretty sure most animals use all their brain. You know, I don't understand exactly that whole thing. Like, you know, they say some people use more of their brain or less, or I don't know if that's true or not, but like, if it's correlated to IQ or
There's some
any of that
fucked up
stuff, it's
people
like,
out there.
like people just use that stuff as like just some sort of value. That's not where the value comes from. It comes from like the genuine like presence, the reality of each individual, it like how someone's life goes. That's where the value comes. Is when you can change how somebody's life goes. Value is not always a good thing, I guess. There can be bad values.
Yeah, there's always bad with good. We gotta dip out here soon.
Yeah.
9:50. Yeah, sir. I'm tired for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I need coffee. I've been drinking hella coffee lately.
Really?
For no reason. Well, coffee's addictive, but I'm not addicted to it.
I haven't been a real coffee guy.
It just makes me stay awake.
Yeah. I don't really have an issue staying awake. It's actually I do usually get about 8 hours of sleep, but yeah, man, if you're feeling like wrapping it up, we totally can.
Yes, sir. I'm finna go get something to eat.
Sounds good.
Have you eaten?
I haven't really ate much today. I had a chicken sandwich.
You're about to be stuck in the house editing these
Yeah,
videos.
I'd go hard at it too. That's fine.
Yeah, no one was telling me. Like, Brandon's stuck in the room, just editing. Okay, when we went to where did we go? We went to the mall the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't go to the mall.
We didn't really do much, so didn't miss out on much. Just went to the mall.
Mm.
Oh, you did miss out on much. Fucking, we saw this pedo. This motherfucker.
You saw a pedo?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
So me, Ryan, Walter, and Noe, we were standing, you know how like there's a top and there's a bottom.
Mm-hmm.
We were on the top and you were looking down. We were just looking down while Taylor's into the store, just
Mm-hmm.
talking to each other on the railing.
Yeah.
We saw this black woman, she looked like she was in her 20s, go up to this 80-year-old fucking man and, like, get it. Hold on. Hello? Alright, I'll be there in a minute. Alright, I guess she's staying in my house waiting to give me a hug.
Gotta love moms.
Yeah.
But yeah, you saw a pedo. This 20-year-old black chick was walking up to a
He
80-year-old
walked up
white
to.
guy.
He was like an 80-year-old white guy with a fedora on. You know the fedora?
Yeah.
With a cane, busted ass suit on. Gave the black woman his credit card. She just went into the store and went shopping. He was just sitting out there with two other old people. He's just sitting there waiting for her to come out.
What store was it?
It was Windsor.
What?
The dress store that people go to get their prom dress and all that. It's Windsor. It's on the bottom, but she was shopping in there. Okay, and
It was
then
like her grandpa?
he was a grandpa. No, because we waited like 20 minutes and he waited like 20 minutes and then the old guy went in there because she was taking too long or something. So we went downstairs into the store, right, and he was acting like he was taking pictures of something, but he took pictures of like girls, like he was taking pictures of girls and shit.
What?
Yeah, like girls and it was weird.
He gave her his card?
He was a pedo. Like I'm telling you, he was taking pictures of people, like just taking pictures of them. I took a video.
What?
I'm telling you, man, it was something weird. He was doing some phony shit.
I can't figure that out.
There's some fucked up people in this world that are lonely.
Like, why would he give her the card?
Because that's her sugar daddy. That's her sugar daddy. So she acts like she likes him or she acts like she likes him for his money.
So he's like, here, go buy something for yourself.
Right.
Well,
that's how old men get young women. They're like, I'll buy you this. I have this money. You can take this and go spend it.
And he was with two other...
All you gotta do is give me a little piece of pleasure or whatever.
He was with two other older women.
I took a video. It's that weird guy. I forgot to take a video. That guy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see him?
Yeah.
And you could hear Ryan like saying...
If you're doing that, I'm gonna start recording. That's what I'm doing. I've been doing.
Weird. There's a lot of strange people in the world. I don't know.
You can hear Ryan saying predator.
That's weird.
But I think I'm gonna head out. Deuces podcast. This is William.
Thanks for being on, man.
Yes, sir.
You've been on. This is the third episode.
Third
You've been
episode,
on all
yes, sir.
three, man.
Plan on being on all a million.
You want to be on every one?
Yes, sir.
Love you, Will.
Yes, sir. I love the podcast. Love Brand. I think this is a good outcome. This is a good beginning. A good chapter.
I appreciate that.
Because all you gotta do is just lock yourself away and edit videos and post them.
It's really
Who knows?
nice.
Someday you'll blow up. Someday you'll blow up. That's literally how it is with the internet. Someday you'll blow up.
Yeah.
Guess what? Number one thing is
What's that?
advertise.
Yeah?
Advertise.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm just gonna see how it goes.
Go with the flow.
Yeah. Exactly. Thanks for being on. You want to plug yourself at all?
I don't follow no one back, but follow my Instagram at William_Gonzalez77.
William Gonzalez 77. William underscore
Gonzalez
77.
77. Yes, sir.
77.
Yes, sir. Where's my...
All right. We will see you all next time. Well, what do you think? Did you enjoy it? I assume you did since you watched it till the end. If you did that, you might as well leave a like. All right. I think this concludes the podcast, episode 3. Be on the watch out for next week. Episode 4 is on the way. Good night. I always do this. Okay, I just need to stop the video. I don't know how to end it. Don't want to waste people's time, yet I'm here wasting their time. Da, 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 ba, ba. Ba-dum, tss. All right, goodbye.